All right, we'll start in 2 minutes. Good evening. Request everyone to switch on their cameras. We will start exactly in 2 minutes.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Who is this?
I'm the placement coordinator, sir, at the Goa Institute of Management.
All right.
And we are extremely pleased to have you on board with us.
Thank you so much. Awesome.
There are some candidates who have logged in on this meeting, sir, and some will be joining us on YouTube, where the live
No
stream.
problem on that. Absolutely. We have sent the link already. My team has already sent the link. So go through that because, 150 is the limit. And normally we have requested all colleges to come in one location, but we do understand you may have a constraint in terms of location. Yeah?
Yes.
Awesome. So let's quickly start. So thank you so much and welcome to YUGMA's SIP Research Associate Pre-Placement Talk. We believe that the concept of summer intern itself is outdated because each of you, the work that you do is actually like a research associate. So we don't like calling summer interns. So we call research associates and that's what we believe in. Yeah. So please say you want to, one second. Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. We had an overwhelming response, 4,000 applications from 60 colleges. There's a reason why we are having a separate call for Goa Institute of Management is because you didn't have a common space and therefore there was a request from the college because beyond a point, number of connections cannot be more than 150 in that sense. We had applications from 10 of the IIMs, including Lucknow, Nagpur, Trichy, Amritsar, Jammu, Visakhapatnam, Indore, etc. XLRI, XIM, GIM, Chetna, MET, Indira Group, Nirma, MDI, FMS, IIFT, Jamnalal Bajaj, NMIMS, NL Dalmia, SIBM, XIME, XISS, TAPME, Symbiosis, we already spoke. IIT, we had 7 IITs, School of Managements, including Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, ISM, etc. 4 school, BIMTech, IFMR, SDA, DSC, so on and so forth. So thank you so much for the overwhelming response. 4,000 applications, pretty good. All right. Next, please, yeah. Quick background, I am Dr. Srinivas Chunduru, and I am founder of vmentor.ai and YUGMA.ai. My quick background, I was senior advisor and board of directors at Ola Group of Companies, executive director and president at Piramal Group, group CHRO at Piramal Group, president strategy. 22 years in the Piramal Group before setting up on my own. I happen to be a 98 alumni of Goa Institute of Management, alumni of NIT Warangal, and I'm Ahmedabad as well. I mean, God has been kind, and I've been rated Asia's top 50 CXOs by Economic Times and Global CLO of this. If you were to define what the company is, probably as a founder, and I do have this, I think in one sentence, if I have to define myself, it is teacher at heart, entrepreneur by choice. So whatever we do, we wear the hat of a teacher, and that's where we are as an organization. Next, please. Yeah. So I want to give a quick background. Yeah, Goa Institute of Management also happens to be one of our customers out of hundreds of customers. Let me give you this background. I was personally associated with MBA colleges right from 2000. I'm a 98 pass out, and from 2000 itself, after I finished my advanced financial management from IIM Ahmedabad, I joined the company, and I used to be passionate about teaching and associated with several B schools in my personal capacities over weekend. I used to teach in Bajaj, NMIMS, SPJ, in Indira, Chetna, MET, several colleges in Mumbai where I'm stationed. Now, one of the colleges, probably 10 years back, invited me for a mentorship session. And let me very honestly tell you, mentorship is one of the least understood and most talked about language in the world of corporate. With a lot of superficialness, we hear about mentorship. Some college called me and said, you should mentor our student and do some mock interviews. End of 3 minutes of the mock interview, I wrote off the candidate in my mind saying that this person is no good. He or she knows nothing. I am asking questions, there's no clarity of thought, absolutely zero. But somewhere teacher in me said that I should have patience to understand little more. And I'm not a recruiter on that day, but I am a mentor. So therefore I should have patience. And I asked this question to that girl, what is that one thing that you do differently compared to 360 students of your classroom? Remember that in India, we have 11 lakh MBAs, 36 lakhs professional people, engineer, MBAs, BBA put together. There are close to 6,000 MBA, PGDM, post-graduation colleges. There are 9,000 engineering colleges. So the moment, we come out, the competition is quite heavy. So I asked her that when there are so many lakhs of students doing MBA, what is unique about you? She told me that you give me a retail format, I will explain how to set up the business. I laughed in my mind. I said, wow, she can't answer basic questions. What is she talking about? So when I asked, okay, you have to set up a fashion, brand, how would you do? She explained something. If you want to put in a, Kirana brand, how would you do that? If you want to do a shoe brand, how do you do that? The conversation went on for 1.5 to 2 hours. That day, I told myself that if you are in a mode of doing genuine mentorship, the core strength of anybody comes out. If you are wearing a hat of a corporate or a recruiter or a person who is judging, you will never be able to get the strength from the people. That was mission for me. 7 years later, I quit corporate. I was CEO of Piramal Finance. I joined as a management trainee from GIM and I became a CEO in the same company. I left that to start this company with an objective that can we do mentorship at scale? Can 1 crore Indians be mentored? When I say mentor, it's not about interview ready, it's career ready, not just for students, but also for corporates. Even a CEO requires employability quotient because for him or her to go to the next level, they need to improve a few things. Even a VP will require, even a director will require, even a student will require. So we started with a mission in the year 2019 to say, can we touch the lives and careers of 500,000 learners by enhancing their employability quotient? Employability quotient basically saying that skill sets which will take them to next part of their career. You could be corporate person, you could be individual. Now, if I, as Dr. Srinivas Chunduru, go and mentor people, I could do for 50 people, 100 people a year. That's physical limitation, right? There are crores of people. So we always said that if you want to do, let's do mentorship at scale. And remember one more thing, that online brands have miserably failed because this world is not having any scarcity of information. There is scarcity of wisdom. If you type AI and ML and say that course in AI, ML, there are 246,000 courses available on internet. I don't think information is scarce. Wiseness is scarce. So therefore, our model is not a pure online model. It's a combination of online, offline kind of a model that we do. Yeah. Next slide, please. Go back. I didn't focus on something. We are one of the fastest growing startup. We are profitable startup. And when we say profitable, we have been hearing a lot of things about startups. This is profit after tax. We are profitable as a startup. This is our 4th year. We are into the 5th year as we speak. Next, please. This year, next, please. Yeah. These are the corporate customers. We work with about 60 plus customers. Every month we add 1 or 2 more customers. Now, when you look at corporate, right from Infosys to Niveas to Olas to Reliance to Aditya Birla Mahindra, that we work with them. And the nature of the work is all about enhancing employability quotient of the company, of the people in the company. Next slide, please. Yeah. These are the nature of the work that we do. How do you adopt design thinking to solve problems? How can you institutionalize AI ML into different functions? How do you work on go-to marketing strategy? How do you democratize 40,000 people in a company to understand sustainability? So on and so forth, to say so. So the nature of the work we do is not goody-goody saying that, sit on the right side, talk on the left side. That's not the thing. It's hardcore business that we talk. And there are 60 plus customers that we have. Probably we add 1 or 2 logos every month. That's the background that we have from a corporate side. Next, please. From the institution sides, we mentor about 30,000 students and we are counting. The student brand of ours is called YUGMA and the corporate brand is called as We Mentor, including GIM. These are the customers that we have for one small program of GIM that we do. But there are colleges where we do for 1,000 plus students in a single college, to say so. And we run a year to year and a half kind of a program, which focuses on 3 things. 1, behavioral skills. 1, sectorial skills. 3rd, functional skills, supplementing whatever you have studied. And the fact that we work with 60 plus corporates, many of the corporates use our scores and our parameters for shortlisting in those companies, to say so. So at any point of time, probably 250, 300 positions of the corporates for management trainees lies with us, where we marry on the platform, depending on how you perform. That's what we are as a company, to say so. Remember, we are not a campus to corporate company. We are not a superficial company to say that wear a tie, wear a pen, get a notebook, wear a jacket, tell me about yourself, this is the way to answer. That's one part of it. But we are a company to say that you are 20 something, you have got 40 years of career ahead. How do you work on your career, to say so? And corporates on one side, campuses on another side. That's the business model that we work with. Next, please. So as a company, where are we at this point of time to say? We are about 275 people. And the business model we adopt is for students is like a microfinance model. For example, if we have a customer, let's say in Hubli, I'm just making up, Hubli, you have got a customer. We would have certified mentors at Hubli, which are our local mentors, who are certified with 15 years of experience, understand our methodology, there's a technology support, there is assessments, who would physically be doing a lot of things at your sessions. To support the Hubli mentors, we would have Bangalore mentors. To support the Bangalore mentors, we would have Mumbai mentors. So when delivery is happening in Hubli, apart from local mentors, Bangalore and Mumbai mentors would also be there. Work with the colleges for at least 1 to 1.5 years, not just get to interview ready, because getting interview ready, honestly, is low-lying fruit, if I can say so. I'll leave it at that. But it is about getting career ready, right? So that's the company that we are talking about. 30,000 people, 61 plus corporates. From the time we started 4 years back, probably this year we should be, I'm just calculating, probably we have grown about 17, 18 times of what we were when we started off. 18 times of that is our growth. Every quarter we keep growing in that sense. And most importantly, we are profit-making startup from that point of view, genuinely profit-making startup. Yeah. Now, we believe that there is only this much one can do from a resume perspective. So we do not shortlist based on resume. Okay. So our shortlisting is based on a competition structure. I will take another 15 minutes to explain the competition and then take out questions for you. We just finished a pre-placement talk where about 20 odd colleges were there. We have one more pre-placement talk tomorrow. So 3 pre-placement talk, 4,000 plus people have attended that. I have expected to attend. Around 1,700 people have attended the previous one. 200 or you would be attending now. And then probably many more people would be attending tomorrow. So we are expecting totally 4,000. So we have 3 rounds. After tomorrow's pre-placement talk, to all the registered 4,000 students through their placement teams, we are going to send you the details of the competition. That's first round. It's a simple Google form. It is available on our website also. When we make it live, you will get that. There are 5-6 questions. Those 5-6 questions challenge you to present your process of thinking and processing, ability to process, your understanding of go-to-market strategy. How would you go about? What's your approach? Do some little research over a couple of days, present your points. It would test your application of mind. It would test your depth of business understanding. It would test your sense of business in that sense to say so. 5-6 questions, you write as deep as possible in that sense to say so. Those questions, all the 4,000 we will evaluate. That's why we'll take 5-6 days. A panel of us, battery of us will be there, including 3 CEOs from known companies who will be sitting there going through that. We would select anything between 50 to 100, 75 on an average, based on depth of your understanding, the research work that you have done in 2-3 days, your understanding of a business problem, and application of management tools in that. Once we select the 50 to 75 candidates that we talk about, we would invite them, and those could be from any of the colleges. 60 colleges have applied, as I said, 5, 10, 15, 20 colleges, whatever they are. Once those students have applied, 15, 20 colleges, whatever, 50, 75, 100 students, we call them in a room, not physically, virtually. And one of the CEOs, one of the leading CEOs of a bank and an FMCG CEO would do a mentorship session to say a couple of hours that how do you attack a business problem? And this is a real problem I'm going to share with you, a live problem, and how to solve a case study. How do you look at research? Those kind of things that they would give you. Followed by which those 50 to 7,500 students would give a detailed presentation in form of a Canva or in form of a PowerPoint, going into more detail, doing certain more research and presenting their idea of how do we solve the problem. Our panel of people would again go through that in round 2, and we will select probably about 10, 15 presentations from that based on the depth of the work, research, tools used, etc. Those 10, 15 people will be made to present in front of 3 CEOs virtually, from where we pick up our 3 to 5 summer interns in that sense to say so. So the ratio we are talking about is 0.25% intake. Probably 3, 4, 5 people we would select out of 4,000. While the number is different, competition is more than CAC in that sense. I want to acknowledge a few things. When we started off as a company, 4 months into the company, COVID came in. Luckily, we didn't shrink. God was kind. But many companies have actually withdrawn offers from for summers. Many companies which promised a lot of stipend have withdrawn. A lot of companies have withdrawn job offers in 2020. I mean, GIM itself, a lot of companies have backed out. You can ask Venkatesh sir, whoever, Shashwat sir. That was the trend at that time. But we told whichever good student is being not taken by any company or offer is being withdrawn, we will take them. We took 50 summer interns when we had 3 employees in the company. 50. We had people from IIM, we had 2 or 3 people from GIM, we had XIM, whatever companies. In those 2-3 months, those people have done humongous amount of research in terms of product management, in terms of our go-to-market strategy, critiquing our product, technology, host of those things to say. Some of the IIT Delhi students were also there. Trust me, I can proudly say we are a summer intern built company. Our core was done by those 50 people. I just had 3 employees at that point of time. Today we are 275, 300 people in that sense to say. So therefore, our respect for summer interns or research associates is extremely high. And last 4 years, we have been taking hundreds of them and doing real projects. And the problems that we give for project problem that we give to students to solve is something which we are solving ourselves. We don't know what is the solution. So we want you to co-create those things. Projects cannot be more live than what it is. That's the promise we have. Yeah. This is next slide, please. Through this competition, what is in it for you? I think it's extremely important that each of Gen Z, you have to know what is in it for me. Because it's important that if something is not working or if something is not useful to you, you should not do. So from our perspective, one thing, by doing this project, I'm not referring to summer internship, this competition, you get hands-on experience in devising digital marketing strategy for YUGMA. Digital strategy, actually, not just marketing. Top performers, top 4 or 5 of them will be absorbed as summer interns with a stipend of 25,000 rupees a month. And irrespective of market conditions, we would adhere to that, and that has been our track record in the past. It gives a opportunity for you to do a real project working directly with the founder and the founding team, which has its own credibility in the industry, if I can say so. Ability to define strategies and product management, and most importantly is give us an executable plan for enhancing our digital strategy. This is from a competition perspective. So all I can say is that if you participate in this competition to get eligible, exposure that you get is wonderful from that point of view. All right, this year, next. What are the timelines? 2nd February is pre-placement talk. Tomorrow evening to the placement team, we would send you the Google form as well as the web links. You can go on to that. You have 3 days time to apply your mind, do little research, talk to people, etc. Remember that we are in that business of solving problems. So day in, day out, we are also on ChatGPT. We are also looking at different tools. We are also looking at SlideShare to find out the problems. So therefore, if you use ChatGPT, I have no problem whatsoever. But probably 100 different queries in ChatGPT we would have already done. So any resemblance can't be coincidental in that sense. So we would encourage you to use your own mind, your own concepts in that sense. 10 p.m. Of the dates mentioned is the deadline. So 6th of February, 10 p.m. is your deadline for you to submit. We will take 5 days to evaluate all 4,000, so many colleges. And we will come with top 50, 7,500, depending on how good the answers are, students. Between 11th and 13th, we would do one mentorship session of few hours for them to sharpen the answers, ask the CEOs how to solve it further, and give an opportunity for you to make a detailed presentation in Canva. Some template will be given to you. And once you submit on 13th February, on 16th February, we would announce the top entries, 10, 15 entries, where you would make a Zoom presentation or physical presentation, depending on cities that you are present in. Assuming you are in Goa, it will be Zoom presentation. You will do that to our panel of CEOs, basis which we will select the top 3, top 5 people as well as summer intern. 15 days from 4,000, we would narrow down to 4 or 5. That's the number that we are looking at. Yeah. Next, please. Some of the rules of the game. It's open only for 23, 25. Several colleges came to us saying that can we do it for 22, 24 because they have some final year project. We are looking for full-time interns who would really contribute. And next 2 years from today, I should be proud to say that, 2 interns from GIM were working and they did this. So therefore, we are looking only for 23, 25 batch, general management, marketing, strategy, operations kind of background. We have a lot of students who, quote unquote, don't state facts, whether they're doing part-time MBA, full-time MBA, this, that. Wherever we don't find, we find some ethical issues or some mismatch in terms of what has been told versus we have a right to, withdraw the candidature at any point of time to say so. And any unethical behavior during the process would lead to immediate disqualification. We have shared timelines. Under any circumstance, we will not change the timeline. 10 p.m. is what it is. So I request the placement team, the placement coordinators, must be some faculty from the placement team must be there, not to ask us for any extension of timeline, because 60 colleges are parallelly doing, so it is very difficult for us to change it. 10 p.m. of the deadline that we gave is the timeline. It's a single participant competition, because some of you asked me this question saying that, can 2 people club? No, it is single person. Participants need to register. We have 4,000 registration. We will only send the link to those people. Newer participants can't participate. 31st was the deadline to apply. Only those many students. The registered students will get the link from the placement. So placement coordinators, you be in touch with our team, and tomorrow after the last pre-placement talk, afternoon, we will send you the link. This year next. Now, 3 to 5 participants who get selected, who will work with me, who will work with my co-founders, etc., in terms of real projects, to say so. What are the nature of the projects? Developing effective go-to-market strategies for our brand YUGMA and elevate its presence in Tier 2, Tier 3. Today, we are present in 10 cities. We have identified 17 cities, which are upcoming cities or which are going to be education hub in our view. Working with me on the strategy for getting into these 17 cities and cracking a model for that. That's one project. Second project is conducting in-depth market analysis to identify opportunities, challenges, competitive landscapes. Third project is working on special project around new market development and new product development. The last project is propose innovative solution to enhance the overall digital presence of brands vMentor and YUGMA.ai. Remember, we are a B2B or B2B2C model. We are not a B2C model. Okay, and we don't intend to go to B2C model. We would work with the ecosystem, which means with colleges, corporates. That's how we work. So these are real projects where you get an opportunity to work with me, with my co-founder, some of the industry CXOs directly, and get that kind of an exposure. And as I said, I'm promising you real projects. You can't get more real projects than that. Let me put it very politely. If not you, these projects, anyway, we are trying to solve ourselves. So you're supplementing a real project in that sense, to say so, which would really add value to your resume. And obviously, whichever students have done fantastically well into that, goes without saying, would get their pre-placement offer from the company. Yeah, yes, sir. Before we get into the questions, you can type your questions either on, some of you are on Facebook or YouTube Live. You can ask the questions there. My team will translate. Or you can ask the questions on the chat window. I repeat, I'm a 98 pass from Goa Institute of Management, also an alumni of IIM Ahmedabad, NIT Warangal. I was CXO in the Piramal Group, advisor and board member of Ola. There is a passion and there is a reason behind that. We are not a not-for-profit organization. We are for-profit. And the ambition we have is, if we touch the lives of 500,000 people and strengthen corporate INC or Bharat INC, India will be a better place. And that's the vision which is driving us. What started as a thought 4 years back, today we are about 275 people. Reasonable known investors have invested into our company and helped us grow. We are a profit-making story. What I can profit, obviously there will be companies which would pay you more than 25,000, and I'm sure many of them must have come to GIM. We got 275 applications from GIM itself, from all the specializations put together. So I'm sure there are companies which pay more than 25,000, but what we can promise is these are real projects. With GIM or without GIM, anyway, we are struggling and solving these problems. So it'll be great if you could co-create in terms of your pride, in terms of the fact that you could really contribute to the growth of the company. And we have reasonable, impeccable track record with the summer interns over the 4 years of seriousness of the project, because no founder would spend their time in terms of picking up summer interns in that sense, to say so. That's what we are as a company. We have close association with GIM. Dr. Ajit Parulekar is on our advisory board for one of our practices. We work quite closely on some of the projects around sustainability in your campus. Divya Singhal is quite well known to us. So apart from the fact that I happen to be an alumni and co-founder of the company, is also an alumni of 97 batch pass out. So that's the background of all of us. So I'll be happy to have you guys asking me questions. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'll ask this year to switch off. I will request others to switch on the cameras. Whatever questions you have, please ask me in the chat window. Or if you are listening to this in YouTube Live, please ask your questions and YouTube my team will translate the questions. Over to you guys for the questions. Can I assume that there are no questions?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
I'm the coordinator again here.
Yeah.
So I believe that the students are quite clear with the deliverables and what is expected out of them. And hopefully they will be the finalists in this competition. And
Awesome. So thank you. And I asked that question, why no questions? Because in the previous session, we had 40 questions. So,
okay.
So I was surprised. But that's, if students are clear, I'm happy about that. So
Yes.
good luck. Good luck to all of you. And God bless. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so